Hello, I'm going to do the Capricorn energy reading, and I'm going to use my Gilded Tarot Royale. If you're interested in any of the cards that I'm using, the links are down below. All right, so we're going to look at... Did something turn over? I feel like this one. All right, what are you struggling with? We have the Lovers, could also be a Gemini. Struggling with a relationship. What do you need to look at? We have the Page of Pentacles and future energies, Eight of Swords. Okay, so let's go a little deeper into this Lovers. All right, there's some deception going on there. We also have Pisces, Ace of Cups, relationship, and then King of Wands. It could be that somebody... I feel like, is somebody trying to pull the wool over your eyes? Is somebody being deceptive? Are you not being true to your own feelings? It doesn't always have to be the other person. I feel like if there's a problem or there's a situation, I feel like we need to look at what are our true feelings. Sometimes we like to blame it on the other person and say that they're doing things, but also we have to look at what are you feeling within yourself. So I feel like there's definitely some deception going on here. I feel like this definitely has to do with a relationship. It could just be something that you love to do that you no longer like doing it. That it's not what you were thinking it was going to be. Sometimes we have ideas of maybe we have, maybe we want to do a different job, or we want to do something on the side, or we want to create our own business, right? Or we want to try and create our own YouTube channel, and it's like, wow, like I thought it was going to be a lot easier than this, but it's really a lot of work, and this isn't something that I want to focus on. This isn't something that I want to put all of my energy and effort into, that this has become more than what I was thinking it was going to be. So it could also be that energy. And like I was saying, it could just be a relationship that either you are feeling controlled by that, because we have this King of Wands, which is somebody who is very overbearing, and that there's some sort of deception. You feel like that person isn't being true to you, that they're hiding something, or it could be that you are feeling that you are hiding something from yourself, like you're not being true to yourself, that there may be a relationship that you're like, you know what, I just don't feel like this is for me anymore. I just don't feel like this is the right person for me. Or I just don't feel like I want to continue this friendship. It could be friendship, partnership, whatever. And I feel like this could represent that you're learning from the past, that when you make excuses to try and keep yourself doing something that you're not really enjoying, that it's just prolonging the process of you eventually moving away from it. And I feel like maybe you're learning to pick up things quicker, and you're able to see, okay, well, I'm starting to question it. I'm starting to have these feelings. I need to look into it. What do you need to focus on? We have the Page of Pentacles, and that's what I was saying, is those new feelings, those good feelings, your emotions, getting the situation under control and figuring out, okay, if I'm questioning this, if this is the problem, if this is the conflict, if this is what is going on, how do I take control of the situation and not letting the situation take control of me? How do I figure this out? Finding out the truth of the situation. Is it that person is deceiving you, or are you deceiving yourself? I kind of feel like you have other people around you with the Pisces here, and then we have the Aries here. I kind of feel like you have maybe other people that you're interested in, or other things that you're interested in doing, that it could be that maybe you made a commitment that you were going to do this particular thing with someone. Like maybe you said, okay, yeah, like I would love to look into playing golf. That's giving it an example. And then you start getting into it, and you're like, you know what, this really isn't the thing for me, or you want to do like rock climbing, or you want to go hiking, and you kind of signed up for this group or this club or something, or you told a friend that you said, hey, I'm going to do this, but then you found out, hey, I really don't like doing this. So I feel like it's kind of finding out the truth and being truthful and saying, this really isn't the thing for me, that I'm not really getting that much enjoyment out of it. It's not what I thought it was going to be. I thought that I was going to, maybe you signed up to help somebody on a committee or a project, and you're like, you know what, this just it's not what I was thinking, and that's okay. And that's where you need to come in, and you need to say, I need to take control of this situation, and I need to speak up. I need to say, hey, this isn't working for me, whatever this may represent. And future energies is you're no longer holding yourself back. And that's why I was saying is that, was it before that you would just put up with it, that you would just deal with it, that you would just like cut yourself short because you were trying to help someone else, or you were just trying to make them happy, but then you were the one that got the short end of the stick? But this future energy is like, hey, I'm going to battle through. Like, I'm not going to hold myself back anymore. I'm not going to carry the burden, right? That I'm going to move forward, and I'm going to do what is best for me. Because if you're not happy, then you're going to have that resentment towards that person or that situation if you keep doing it. You're going to be building up this resentment, this anger, this frustration, even though you're not planning on doing that, like that is not your intention. But if you're not happy, that's going to start coming out. And you know how they say, having that argument about the dishes in the sink, it's not really about the dishes in the sink, that it's about something else. And I feel like that's what's going to start causing some friction for you and this relationship or this situation, or it's going to start building around you because you're not being truthful about your unhappiness with this situation. So it's just something for you to think about, definitely. And doesn't mean you need to come up with a solution today, but I feel it means that like you need to start looking into that. You need to start realizing, hey, I don't want to build up that resentment. I don't want it to become a problem, and going into the future it just becomes bigger and bigger. All right, so let me grab a Star Dragons. All right, we got these two that came out. We have trust, love, and friendship. I feel like if it's a true friendship and you explain to that person and that person understands that you're not happy, if it's a true friendship, then they will understand and they'll be happy that you said something about it rather than just suffering through. And then we have culmination, completion, and renewal. I feel like it's that culmination of that energy and learning and saying, hey, I've got to do something about this. I've got to move on from this situation and not just accept things the way that they are. All right, let me just grab an animal, spirit animal oracle to close out this. We have this one. We have wolf spirit, turn knowledge into wisdom. And I feel like that goes back to the King of Wands, where it's, again, learning from the past and saying that if you just put up with a situation, that eventually it builds up resentment and it becomes a problem, and you're the only one that you're hurting is yourself. And to stand up for situations, find out what's going on. If you feel someone is deceiving you, you know, have that conversation, get to the bottom of it, figure out what's going on, and make your choice from there. All right. Thank you so much for watching. As always, stay positive, stay safe, and I will see you next time.